Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of the Amway Man TV. I'm upstairs in what I call the Dream Giver room. I've got a workout bench behind me. I actually left it outside for like a year almost. It got really rusty on the plates got really rusty. And no, that's not the most like a bench, but I had one of my sons in here goofing around. So I'm sitting on the bench here. Eventually I might set up a desk over there. But for now, I'm just going to do this. So, and I might get a camera instead of just using my iPhone, but for now, this will work. So, today's game plan day. And so I sat down with my sponsors, the people that started me off in the business. Oh, by the way, I might as well explain some of these things. So that's like a $1 to $3 million, it's called a Lamborghini Veneno. It's very rare. I think they only made like five to 10 of them worldwide, and they were sold to people that are like big time enthusiasts. I think Jay Leno has one. I'm not sure who else has one, but I'm not sure if Jay Leno has one, but I know that they're rare. And then that's kind of like that's a $500,000 fumble, 1 minute recovery. So that's a $500,000 in the States. That's a $500,000 Lamborghini. It's called an Aventador SV. If you look on the playlist that I have down below, it's underneath Dream Building, and there's a good video on that. And then that's obviously a souped up Mustang, another old Mustang. That house right there was built by somebody in Amway. It's a 29,000 square foot mansion. It's phenomenal. It's got water slides in the back. It's unbelievable. It's got a guest house. It's got a little putting. It's unbelievable. It's on the river, which you can see over there. So anyhow, phenomenal house. And so and then this symbol here is what's called a Founder's Crown Ambassador. That's the highest level of achievement you can reach in the Amway business. And I think your first year doing it, you're probably making about $5 to $7 million a year, and you know that's your first year while it's established. But then, as it gets more solidified, probably I've seen year-end bonuses of around $1 million, $3 million. There are videos on YouTube that you can see, and so that's going to take some time to do that. But where else am I going to have a shot at making $5 to $10 million? Once you get it really kicking and really good, you can get it up to like $8 million to $20 million over time. So, and pass that down to your kids. This is a bass boat. I've never owned a bass boat. I've got like a 12-foot aluminum boat that we put a floor in that's kind of like that, but not even close. That's just a card of like a thank you card I got from somebody, and it's got eagles on it. And then that's Tahiti. That's Operation Smile. You should check those guys out. I don't work for them. And I don't get paid to endorse it, but it's like $250, and it helps a doctor go over to another country and fix somebody's face all up, and it's pretty cool. And then in World Vision, I've sponsored a number of World Vision children's over my lifetime. It's a great organization. And then I think that's Tahiti again on the far right, and that's right there. That's like a $5,000 Hobie Pro Angler. It's a really cool. I'll have to put that in the Dream Building. Put some videos on those. In Canada, it's $5,000. In the States, around $3,500. It's a really cool fishing machine. You basically move your feet like this, and you can go faster than a trolling motor. So it's kind of cool. But so yeah, just see some of the goals and dreams that I have. Not all of them, but some of them. So game plan. Oh shoot, I'm already at 4 minutes. So in 30 seconds. So I sat down with my sponsors, the people that started me out in the Amway business. Like I mentioned probably before in another message, the guy who sponsored me is an ex football superstar, professional. So kind of like in the NFL, but he's from Canada. And so he's like CFL, and he was an all-star, and his son is a two-time in Canada they call it Grey Cup. In the States it would be considered the Super Bowl. So he's won 2 Canadian Super Bowls as a wide receiver, even though his dad was a linebacker. So interesting, defense and offense type of thing. But 2 different positions is what I meant to say. So yeah, and then after professional sports, his son, you know, how you're going to make lots of money after sports, and this is a way where I think he's at around $5,000 a month. I know his wife was able to quit her job and not have to go back to work, and she stays home with their one-year-old and does this on a very limited part-time basis. So it's great. She can work from home, and a lot of moms and a lot of people want to do that, and so that's why I mean that's my goal, is to be able to sit at home and work at home and not have to build I have a construction company, so it's pain. You gotta wake up and you gotta do labor and all this stuff and manage people and all this stuff. It's a big hassle. So anyhow, sat down with them and came up with a 6 to 12 month plan, and a 1 to 2 year plan, and a 2 to 5 year plan, and then obviously a 5 to 10 year plan is what most people plan out for this Founders Crown Ambassadorship there. So here's what it looks like for the work side of it. And I don't know if this is on, when I write this out, it's probably going to be backwards. I'm going to have to watch the video. If it is backwards, I apologize. I'm not a YouTube specialist. I'm not a camera guy. I'm just doing this so that I can look back on this and maybe pass it down to my kids so they know, you know, Grandpa, how'd you make all that money? And I'm like, well, this is what I started with. This is how I did it. So, so sitting down with them, and again, if I write down anything or if I say anything that's not what your business team is teaching, don't listen to me, listen to them, because there's a number of different business teams out there, and I don't want to lead you astray, because the people that have been successful in your business team, they've got their system already fine-tuned, and I don't want to throw you off. So, but I'm pretty sure if they're building some sort of successful business, I know for sure they're going to want you to probably listen to some audios, and those audios, they're going to help you get some teaching information and motivation. So it's like having a what do you call those guys? Fitness trainer, a fitness instructor, and a fitness trainer right in your ear. So it's about an hour a day, and you can do that while you're working out. You can do that while you're driving to work, driving home from work. You can do it while you're cleaning, showering. You press play when you wake up. Excuse me, type of thing. So listening and then reading. If you're going to build a big business, you know, obviously if you're leading 100 to 500 to 1,000 to 5,000, 10,000 people, you're going to have some serious leadership skills. So reading is a must on that. And then communicating, you know, on our team, I don't know about your team, but on our team we have a communication system. It's like a voicemail. I can send a message to them, ask them a question, they can send it back, and I can hear some teaching and some other messages from other people on the team. So it's just staying. It's basically a voicemail system for my business coach, who would be my fitness instructor. I'll call him my financial instructor. So and then this is where the rubber meets the road. Approaching 3 people per day. And so it's kind of awkward writing like this, but I know it's not that professional looking. But oh well. And so this is where, you know, I would meet a stranger. I'd probably do an icebreaker and compliment them on something that I generally like, hey, nice jacket or nice hat or whatever, nice car, or just, you know, sitting in line, sparking up a conversation or something. And then probably, there goes my Labrador Retriever, probably ask them the $1 million question, which is, are they keeping their options open, or are they open-minded when it comes to looking at side business projects? And if they say yes, then I'll exchange numbers with them. And then the next step after that would be connecting with them on the phone and just like setting up a time to get together for an hour and a coffee. And then after that would be showing the plan. and and then of course, in the midst of that, I didn't leave much room for it, so I'll just put down here in this black section, call this, I'm filling this in, and that kind of makes sense because you got to fill in your house with your products that you're gonna buy anyhow at the grocery store. So for me, some of my favorite products, and you'll see on the playlist down there, I've got a list of some of the products, only some, but the money's in the consumable products and Amway, things that people buy. That's why grocery store owners make a lot of money, because they get return customers on things that they're going to buy and rebuy, buy and rebuy, buy and rebuy, buy and rebuy type of thing. So for me, I like the vitamins. They're organic, top of the line. they're really, they help. That's for sure. I can definitely feel a difference. Energy wise, you know, I'm getting older and not 21 anymore. So yeah, they definitely do a difference on that. And then there's shampoo, and there's, you know, obviously laundry soap. I like the energy drinks. There's probably one kicking around here in the garbage. Just go to the garbage here. Well, it's kind of buried. A little too far deep down in the garbage there. I'll grab one over here. I've got an empty one sitting over here. So, oh, I see an empty bag of chips there too. So, yeah, there's like these tortilla chips, just snacks that I would have bought at the gas station or whatever. And then the excess energy drinks. The X stands for no, the S stands for sugar. It's basically a B vitamin drink in a can, and it tastes really good compared to well, I don't know if I should say any names on here, but compared to other energy drinks, do a comparison on it. They're phenomenal. And then this is actually pretty cool. This little twist tube is full of fruits and vegetable concentrates. So you basically just twist the top off here. There's a little thing, and you just go click, 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 twist it, and then you just squeeze it into like a glass of water. I like putting them into my protein shakes because it gives it a nice flavor. But I mean, who eats the right amount of fruits and vegetables every day? So anyhow, that's the product side of it there. So that's basically the plan. That's the daily thing. I mean, if I have to approach 3 people a day, that's 21 a week. That's 84 a month. So 84 a month times, let's do a 2-year plan, 2016. Don't quote me on that. 24. 4 by 4 is 16. 4 by is 20, 25. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 6, 8, 13. I don't know if this is right. I wish I could use my calculator on my phone. So 84 times 24. Sorry, I had to erase that. It was a little too messy. I will get this right though. Okay, so this is where on YouTube I love where they I don't know how to do it yet, but they plug in 5 hours later. They do this little voice and this little guy. 2 hours later. So implant that or insert that right here. So, okay, 4 by 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 8 times 4 is 32. Yeah, 32, 33. So 33. And then I hope this math is right. It's been a long time since I've done long division. I use my calculator on my phone so much. So, okay, so you put a 0 there. And then you go 2 times 4 is 8. 8 and 8, 16. So there's 6. That's 11. Carry the 1, so that's 0. Yeah, so it's okay, good. At least I got the number. So I'm good at like this, but the long way is some things I know in my head, some things I don't. So anyhow, out of 2016 people that I ask, if they're keeping their options open, really bad low numbers would be, say 50% of people say that they are in the looking zone and want to sit down for coffee and see exactly how we can possibly partner up in business. So that's 1,008. So 1,000. This is really weird writing like this. 1,008. 1,008 people that'll say they want to sit down with me for coffee, but they might be on the spot and they might feel pressured because I'm a stranger and I'm, they're like, oh, sure, yes, because they don't want to sound stupid. Like, if I ask somebody, are you open-minded when it comes to looking at side business projects? If they say no, who's not open-minded? Most billionaires and most multimillionaires have more than one company. There's a local business owner. He's a billionaire. He owns a big chain of grocery stores. He has 400 plus businesses, 400 plus different businesses. That's why he's a billionaire. But his goose that lays the golden egg is his grocery store, and this is obviously going to be my goose that lays the golden egg. So I'd say out of 1,000 people, once I call them and say, hey, okay, let's get together for coffee, maybe if that was the numbers, we're going to track them. I'm going to track them starting January 1st. We're going to track them. So I'd say worst case scenario, 750. This would be funny to look back on this 2 years from now to see how close the numbers are. But worst case scenario, 750 people actually sit down with me and want to sit down and talk business. And then we'll see how many, worst case out of there, we'll see how many actually join and make a decision to build a business. But then we'll see how many actually build it, and then we'll see how many actually build it big. And so when you look at, say if, for instance, if I was going to, whoever invented dry erase is awesome. Like I just wiped off all that and I only have a little bit of residue. And my hands aren't really the cleanest anyhow right now. I'm in kind of, I'd say workout mode, but I didn't work out. I just did a little things around the house. So, when people join a gym, let's say a marketing company sends marketing out to 2016 people and asks them if they'd like to own a gym. Probably maybe 1,000 will only want to, and then maybe 750 will come down and check out the gym, and then we'll, out of there maybe, who knows, maybe 300 will maybe join, and maybe if out of that 300 that join, maybe 100 will actually consistently go, and then you'll probably have a good 25 people that will be like ripped and just they're those guys that you see on YouTube and they're in perfect shape. I did that when I was in high school from 15, basically grade 9 and 10 to the time I was 21. I had like zero body fat. I have a picture, the girl that was doing the fitness instructor test on me, she couldn't even put the clamp on me. It kept falling off. I had like 0% body. I couldn't gain weight. Now, she could stick it on anywhere in my body, probably even my ear. Yeah, a lot easier to get body fat when you're older and you're building a construction company, drinking like, big gulps. So, but that number there, if those were my numbers, to be a Founders Crown Ambassador, that symbol right there, which is like minimum $2 to $5 million a year, you only have to have 21 really good rock stars, right? You'll have a huge organization. You'll have thousands of people in your network. But yeah, so anyhow, I'm getting close to 20 minutes. I'm going to shut it down here before it hits the 20 number. So hope that helps. Love you guys, even though I don't know you. Love you. I'm going to try and shut it off right now. Have a good day.